I'm Justin Goldsack with Dodger Media.
And I'm Brady Sedano. We're going to start off with a question for all you guys. What does your daily routine look like during the season?
Well, to start, for our daily routine, we'll go outside, run. Oh, for practice or for this, day?
Either's fine.
Okay. Yeah, for practice, we'll go outside, run, go in the room, warm up, drill, go live, conditioning, just get into shape. That's what it's about right now.
We run usually a mile as a warm-up, and then we just continue drilling for like an hour. Half an hour of live, 15 minutes of conditioning is the main thing.
I mean, they basically covered it, but outside of wrestling, I think that it takes a lot of recovery. I think it's really important that you include showering because we have to shower at school after every practice. Getting adequate sleep, that's really important. And just hydrating throughout the day is also really important.
This is another question for all of you. Being seniors, what are your personal goals for your last season?
My personal goal is to just leave everything I have left. I started this my freshman year, not really knowing what was going on, and then I feel like I've grown and developed a lot. So I just wanna do my best and leave everything I have left.
Very similar to Michael's, I want to prove that all my work was worth it and really get to the higher level that I know I can be at, go to regions, states, get somewhere just beyond districts and just a regular season wrestler, try to get through the postseason.
Yeah, I think just, working as hard as I can in practice, and hopefully that translates into the match. I hope to maybe secure some good, important matches this year. Just really all around kind of get better, get stronger, and get faster, I think.
What 3 adjectives would you use to describe the ideal team environment, and how will you work to create that?
Well, should we each give one, you think? Sure. Okay. Definitely hardworking. We need all the guys, let's say we have 30 guys in the room, we need all 30 guys working as hard as they possibly can, trying to get better every single day.
For me, it's discipline. You should be able to maintain weight, obviously work hard in practice, be able to keep a pace, and not just walk around and do other stuff that you're not supposed to be doing.
I think support also. I think that hard work and discipline are kind of hard to achieve without having teammates to show up for and showing up for your teammates. So I think really just having a good support network, supporting each other through wins and losses kind of fosters that sense of wanting to show up for each other.
How do you all handle your academic responsibilities to your commitments to wrestling?
Well, just keeping up with your grades, checking on them, studying for tests. Obviously it's a lot harder to do during the season, but really it's not that difficult. It's just harder.
For me, it's using my free time to keep up on assignments so I'm not bogged down by them and have to wait a long time and waste time on it. It's just keeping up with it and doing consistently.
Yeah, I agree. Maximizing time is really important. I think that if you're able to maximize your time outside of the room, then you can maximize focusing on wrestling when you're in the room.
Carl, this question's for you. Do you plan to pursue wrestling in college?
I do. I'm currently talking to the coach at VMI, which I just got accepted into 2 days ago. So hopefully I can continue my journey there.
Congratulations, Carl. And this question's for Bryn. Being one of 5 girls on the team, how can you encourage more to wrestle?
I think that we've gotten a lot more interest with girls wrestling. It's definitely one of the biggest growing sports right now. So that's really exciting. I think that just keeping a supportive environment and encouraging girls to come into the room and stay in the room is really important. Just creating a community where girls feel supported and they feel like, they're getting something out of it and that they're pushing themselves for a tangible reason.
And finally, Michael, this question's for you. What's the most valuable lesson you've learned for your 4 years of wrestling?
Well, we kind of hear this a lot, especially like in the wrestling environment. Once you wrestle in your life, everything else seems easier, which I agree with 100%. Like, before I wrestled, like going to the gym, lifting, that was always difficult. But now, wrestling, it's harder, so it makes me look forward to stuff like that. And yeah, it just makes seem life a lot easier.
Are there any more questions from our student journalists or journalists?
Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Artuso from the Madison Eagle. Bryn knows me. I interviewed her after the sectional championship for soccer. If you could, and when you first answer a question, if you could just tell me I know you're all seniors, but if you could tell me your names and spell your last names, that'd be great. As seniors, what would you say is from a team standpoint, is the number one goal for this year? Is it to beat a certain rival, attain a certain record? What would you say your goals are? And if there's more than one, that's fine.
I'm Michael Cerna, spelled Sirna, and I think our main goal as a team is to probably just try to make the playoffs. We're going to do our best. We have most of our varsity coming back, so this certainly isn't a rebuilding year. This is a year where we're going to do it, and I think we're going to go far.
My name's
Okay, sorry.
My name's Carl Maurer, Maurer. I think another big goal for us is there's a certain Mendham has been. We lost them twice so far. We beat them once, so we want to tie that up as seniors, and especially I'm from Mendham, so I really want to beat them, and I know some other people here do too. And I think we need to build all the people on JV up, especially since about 8 of our varsity are leaving this year, and we need to bring that up so it's not as big of a hit next few years.
My name's Bryn Hines. My last name is spelled Hines. I think you probably know. I think that a really important goal for us to kind of strive towards this season is just finishing our matches. Last year we kind of struggled. Our lower weights would win their first few matches and we'd be up by a lot, and then our heavier weights would kind of drop the ball a little bit. So I think just having a solid kind of lineup through and through is really important and a big goal for us. I hope that we have a much more successful season than we did last year, and I think that we will, considering that our current varsity lineup, mostly seniors, been working for 4 years, just some strong, talented people through and through.
As seniors, do you feel any extra pressure, extra responsibilities on you this year?
Yeah, certainly. I think when we succeed as a team, that's kind of a reflection of how the seniors have been leading the team. And right now, we're just trying to get everybody into shape, do our best, get everybody down with, how things go.
I agree with Michael there, but there's some other seniors who aren't here. We had really good seasons last year, me, Cerna, and there's a few other kids who are seniors presently. We had very consistent seasons, winning a lot, had a lot of pins, so I think it's always having a better season than last year.
Right.
So we're not getting worse, we're getting better, we're constantly improving and making the team better.
I mean, I certainly feel a lot of responsibility given that now we have 4 girls or almost 5 girls on the team, which is the most probably in program history. So I think as a senior, just kind of being a supporter and a role model for them, someone that they can look up to, and also, working with them after practice, walking them through things, and just trying to keep them involved and keep them interested in wrestling, I think is really important as a senior.
Bryn, do you, is one of your goals, I mean, you won't do it while you're here, but to get enough interest going, to get more out next year, and eventually to have a separate girls team?
Yeah, I mean, that would be awesome because there's a lot of teams in the area that currently do have big girls programs and full girls teams, separate practices, and they hold full tournaments, which I think would be awesome. I think at Madison it's especially difficult just because there's not a lot of interest in wrestling in the first place. But I think, you know, the more girls, the better. I think that it's just a really great thing to get involved in, especially the community, like not even in Madison, but girls wrestling just in the area is just, I've met so many great people. I would love for more girls to get involved. And yeah, I mean, I hope that even after I graduate that it continues to grow and then I can come back and kind of encourage people to get involved.
Do you see the 5 girls on this year's team, do you expect that they'll see a lot of action this year?
I hope so. I think being first-year wrestlers, there's definitely a little bit of, they definitely hesitate in going into matches because it's a lot of pressure, 1v1 like that. Like, you're not really used to that experience if you haven't played a lot of sports in the past or you've played team sports. So I think that, I hope that they see a lot of action through our tournaments because we definitely have a bigger schedule than we have in past years. We have specific girls tournaments. Every Monday we go to Parsippany Hills for like a small girls jamboree, which is a really great way to get matches, kind of get some real experience kind of before regions and eventually states.
Okay, I think those are all the questions I have. Thank you.
All right, we have time for one more question. Would anyone else? All right. Thank you, wrestling. That's a wrap.
No, oh yeah, you started.
Yeah, she started as a freshman.
Wait, do I have to introduce myself? Do I have to say my name?
She's really talented.
I'm Natal with Dodger Media Online.
And I'm Cal from Dodger Media Online. What is both of your favorite events?
I can go first. My favorite event is breaststroke and back. And yeah.
My favorite event is definitely the 1 fly and the 50 fly and the 2 medley relay.
What does a typical meet look like?
First, we would assign people for sister bags, and we would wait for them to give them out. And you're partnered up with another person from the team, and you hand out treats or something to get ready for the meet. And then we warm up and do our team cheer, and then we get the meet started.
Yeah, there are 4 or 5 events, and then there's a break in the middle of the meet, and then the rest of the events. So then after all that stuff, it's kind of just more individual unless you're in a relay and just focusing on making sure that you're getting to everywhere you need to be and doing what you have to do for the team.
How do you guys encourage each other before the meets to get you ready for a meet?
I think the sister bags are a really big part. You really get people to get to know each other on the team. And then on the deck, we like to get everyone to cheer a lot, and not sit on the bleachers on the pool deck unless you have an event coming up and you're getting into the zone to get ready to swim. you really have to be at the end of either side of the lane cheering for the people who are swimming, because it really just brings the atmosphere to the team and gets people excited to be watching and swimming.
And also the day before, we would normally have like a team dinner. So we get together and just like have dinner and like pipe or like get like a little hype. I don't know.
Alexis, being a senior and captain, what steps have you taken to fulfill those roles?
I try to get to know the freshmen because I know the feeling about being a freshman, and it's like you're like nervous and like you don't know what you're doing because this is swim, but get to know them and, I don't know, talk a lot. Oh, that was just
This question's for Alex. Being an experienced swimmer, how have the past 3 years built your confidence for this year?
I think coming in with really good leaders on the team, like my freshman year, we had Karen Wu and Bella Guarino, and they really helped me get out of my shell. And then the next year, getting to swim the one fly every meet with my sister, she really just helped me like get comfortable and feel confident in myself. And it was like something I could look forward to, was like trying to beat her every time we swam.
Alexis, explain the challenges of balancing club and high school swim.
So I actually, freshman year, I did both club and high school swim. It was very like complex. So over the years, I started like decreasing my club swim because I also got injured. So I would usually go to high school swim one day and then the next day club swim.
Alex, this question's for you. In the off season as a team, how do you guys prepare and condition yourselves for the season?
Before the swim season starts, we schedule clinics at the Y for anyone who wants to do them, to get in the water and do workouts and get ready for what a normal practice will look like for our season. I also think a lot of people are multi-sport athletes. So I play field hockey in the fall, and that kind of has me ready a little bit with conditioning and like breathing and stuff. But nothing really gets you ready for swimming, like besides getting in the water and doing reps.
All right, thank you. Are there any more questions?
Okay, so it's Alexis and Alex? Okay. If you could just say your last names, please, and spell them.
Mine's Lee, Lee.
Okay.
My last name's Modi, Modi.
And Alex, you mentioned that you got to swim with your sister. So that was what, 2 years ago as a sophomore?
Yes.
What's her name?
My sister's name is Sophia Modi, and I swam with her for my freshman and sophomore year, and she was a really big help for me on the team. She was a captain her senior year as well,
Okay.
and she was just a good leader.
And is that Sophia with a PH or an F?
PH.
Is she still helping you even though she's out of school?
She definitely keeps up with the meet schedule, and she definitely gets really upset with me if I do not if I come out of practice and I text her and I tell her that I didn't do the complete set. She gets very upset and frustrated that I'm not trying my hardest at practice.
Okay. This is good motivation for you. And for either of you, or actually both of you, do you have, have you talked about in practices or with the other swimmers, kind of the goals that you've set this year as captains, like we want to do this and this and this, and kind of, educating the freshmen what's expected of them and.
I definitely think we have a very young team. This year we got a lot of strong club swimmer girls who know their events and know where they specialize. So one of my goals that I've told the girls on the team is that I think that we could make it to the section final, and I think we could win. They're very strong, and I think that we all have the common goal of winning sections this year.
Yeah. Also, we also want to take a little bit more leadership because at practice we normally like skipping the sets, but our coaches are telling us to like take more initiative and like push them to like do more so we can accomplish our goals.
Does that make it more difficult for you to focus on your own swimming, or is that something that is actually a good motivator and will, ultimately helps you in your own swimming?
I think it's a good motivator because it's like we're doing it all together, and it's not like me telling them what to do, but us working together so we
Right.
can get better.
And do you same answer for you, Alex?
Yeah, I think the motivation of us all doing the workout and the way that we set up the lanes is based on our time trials at the beginning of the season and our speed. So there's nothing embarrassing if everyone's doing it together and pushing themselves to be their best self, and then all of us have like the goal to like move up to the next lane and like get as far as we can in the season and like be with the best people we can be.
So you both like to lead by example, to say, I'm not going to ask you to do anything that I wouldn't do myself. How's I know this is sometimes overused, but the chemistry of the team, outside of the pool, is this a team that's really close and likes to do things, for fun outside?
Yeah, I mean, I play field hockey and I play lacrosse, but I have to say swim is like my favorite season with the people that I'm with, because the team dinners are just always so much fun, and everyone just like really cares about each other on the team. And outside of swim, I mean, I love, now that I can drive, like I love going and like getting food with people before and after practice and just like getting excited to like get in the water, which can be hard sometimes, but you have to do it.
Also, the team dynamic with the boys and girls. Like, we don't see ourselves as, like, two different teams, but, like,
Okay.
one team together. Because we, like, do the cheer together. And the swims are, like, back-to-back. It would be girls, boys, girls, boys. So we're, like, nonstop cheering for each other. So that's good.
That's good that you don't do that. Do you see the closeness of the team, the chemistry, the fact that you care about each other? Do you see that, and especially if this is the strongest it's been since you've been here, that translating to better performances in the pool?
Yeah, I mean, I really think that being at the end of the lanes and cheering both boys and girls for each other, when I'm in the water and I'm swimming, like seeing my friends like cheering for me and like pushing me always gives me like a little motivation, whether it's like I want to do my best or it's because I'm like I don't want to embarrass myself in front of my friends. I think that the support that we have really just gives you the energy and like the feeling that you can succeed.
And also being back-to-back, we're able to, like, congratulate, like, one another.
Right.
Like, and get to know each other. And behind the blocks, we're always, like, talking and trying to hype ourselves up and just get less stress.
Just because we're going to get hit with the bell, and I know you're here at practice, we have such
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm Callum Regan from Dodger Media Online.
And I'm Philip from Dodger Media Online. What does a typical day of practice look like?
So a typical day of practice looks like all the swimmers getting ready, like stretching and making sure they have everything ready for 3 p.m. start time. And then we usually have like a 500-yard warm-up of just easy swimming, and then we get into the real working sets. It varies from day to day depending on what the coaches feel the team needs, but then we wrap up the workout with a cool down.
Spencer, this question's for you. Going into your senior year, is there any personal records that you want to break?
I want to break the 50 free and 100 free school records this year.
Caden, what challenges come with being a senior on the team?
I think like being a senior and a captain, some challenges are just keeping the team motivated and held accountable during practices. Like we follow a number of different workouts and paces, so making sure everyone's being pushed to do their best while also pushing myself can be challenging at times.
After losing a couple key seniors, how has the depth been affected for this year?
This year, we have plenty of very good freshmen who joined the team who are going to swim events like the 200 free, 500 free, and 100 back. Although we can't replace Nuthra and Jack, we have plenty of depth to make up for them.
Ian, what responsibilities come with being a junior captain?
Making good relationships with all the freshmen and the sophomores, because I'm going to be here next year, and I want to get good with everybody. Helping everybody out with their strokes. Making sure I'm also doing well in my events, so that next year I can get even better, and this year I can also get better too.
Are there any more questions from anyone else?
What's your favorite part about being on the team?
My favorite part are the team dinners.
I think my favorite part of being on the team is just spending a lot of time with swimmers who are like-minded like me and just want to get better, especially during practice, and we try to make it a little bit more fun.
Yeah, same. The people are my favorite part. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. So some of the similar questions that I asked the girls, but first it's Spencer, is that right? And what is your last name?
Rosenbaum, Rosenbaum.
Right. Okay. And then Caden, Caden?
Kaden.
Okay, sorry.
And last name is Chou, Chou.
Chou? Okay. And then Ian?
Yeah, Feigenbaum, Feigenbaum.
Are you all multi-sport athletes?
I only swim. I do club swim and high school swim.
Okay.
I am a multi-sport athlete. I used to do cross country. I play lacrosse in the spring, and I do club lacrosse.
I'm also a multi-sport athlete. I used to do soccer, and I also do lacrosse.
And as far as the team is concerned, what major goals do you have this season as the captains, and what messages are you getting across to the younger swimmers and the newer swimmers?
Some of the major goals that we want to implement is to work hard at practice, work hard at meets, work hard when you're not practicing, or at meets, work hard in the off season. Always work hard to get better. Be kind to the team. Always make good relationships with everybody on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get farther than we did last year and have fun.
Anything else from Caden or Spencer?
I agree with Ian. I also think just making the most of it. Like I've been swimming for 4 years on this team, and it's kind of gone by really quick. So making sure you're trying to better yourself, but also like enjoy time with the people there and make friends, because it only happens once.
It'll go by fast, yeah.
I've been swimming for 10 years. This is my last year swimming, so I definitely want to win sectionals as the team.
Spencer, you mentioned that you wanted to break those 2 records. How close are you?
In the 50, I'm about half a second off, and same in the 100.
And how do you think, or what can you do either in preparation or during an actual race to, to cut down that half second and get the record?
Working hard in my club practices is most important, and visualizing my race before, every stroke I take, every breath, making sure I plan it out before.
Is there anything technical that you think you need to improve on that will ultimately improve your time, or just it's just a matter of effort?
Just endurance.
Okay. One of you had mentioned, Caden, you mentioned it's gone by fast, the 4 years. And this could be for all of you, but especially for the 2 seniors, what is the legacy that you want to leave, once this season is done?
For me personally, I have never swam club or swim before high school, so I kind of want to show people that, like, much respect to all the club swimmers, but I want to show them that you don't have to be a club swimmer to still be good at your sport. And hopefully I would like to break some records as well.
Yeah, to add on to Caden, I'd love to have my name on the record board even more, and just to make sure my teammates know that working hard is most important and getting in the pool on time.
So, Caden, you never swam competitively at all before the freshman year?
I swam one summer, 3 years before high school, but other than that, no.
Okay. What was it that gave you that incentive to join the team then?
Well, I've always loved swimming, recreationally, but I think a lot of my friends were doing it, so I wanted to join and just see how it went.
Okay. I guess it's gone pretty well.
Yeah, it has.
Okay. I think those are all the questions I have. Is there anything else that you wanted to add to anything? Okay.
No, I think that's it.
All right, thanks, guys.
I have to run on